Hello to all our viewers at home. Welcome, guys. My name is Zama Mhlongo. As you all might know me, I'm back. Yes, I'm back with another episode of Winding Down in my city. Today we are here kwamashu phansi sinqawini phansi emjondolo. You know how we do it. We are at Artisan Lounge and we are joined today by Zawadi YaMungu, whose name is Nkosingphile Mpanza. We're going to be getting to know her music journey and her unique taste of music and genre, which you don't want to miss out on. So stay tuned. We're going to be with you right now. Amabelea mate pacifica ya inte patisinga sami site isishapha sami yebo site imgondo yami mihle ungomola luhle enangintu Welcome, Zawadi, welcome. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for inviting me.
Siyabonga. So your original name is Nkosingphile Mpanza.
Yes.
But you're affectionately known as Zawadi YaMungu. What inspired that name?
Nkosingphile. Igama lami lokuzalwa engikhule nalo. Nasesikoleni nje ngaziwa ngalo.
Yeah.
But sisithema ngabe sesicabanga something catchy for the audience and for people.
A stage name
yes,
of some
like
sort.
A stage name. La selisuswa laba iswahili. Zawadi YaMungu is the Swahili language.
Okay. Does it mean the same thing as Nkosingphile?
Yes, so it's a gift from God. So
okay.
it's Nkosingphile, a gift from God. Zawadi YaMungu.
Oh, it's a translation of some sort.
It is,
okay.
yes.
Okay.
So ahlukile kakhulu yabo.
Okay.
So vele shothi lapha ngifika eKenya ngangizobiza ngoZawadi YaMungu, being translated from my original name. Yes.
Okay.
I chose Swahili because Swahili sikhuluma abantu abawu 5 million.
Okay.
As a native language, and also like 135 million abalikhuluma as a second language.
Okay.
And it is also spoken in Tanzania, in
it's
Uganda, in Kenya. Yes, yes. Also, ngike ngezwa kancane ukuthi la in South Africa, lisazongena kwi-curriculum. So
and we do have Swahili speaking
we
people.
We do.
Yeah.
Also in universities.
Are they from Congo or I think
Kenya.
And some from Congo as well. Because I remember Eskoleni, I had people from Congo who
were speaking this. Yes.
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
I know Tanzania, I know Uganda, then Kenya, Kakulu. That's where I know Swahili is. Also, UKZN is already teaching Swahili. Yes,
yeah.
which is very much inspiring.
So wherever you go, they'll know exactly what your name means.
They know.
That's good.
Also, it attracts everyone in Africa, and also I am proud of being an African.
Yeah.
I'm not only proud of being a South African, but Africa as a whole.
Yes.
Yes.
I get you. Most people say you have an angelic voice. Abanye bakufanisa no Mambusi Mhlongo, abanye bakufanisa no Thandiswa Mazwai. Is this correct? Do you see yourself leaning more towards those iconic voices?
Abanye
yeah.
even saying I'm a young legend, but yeah, I'm like, no, I'm not there yet, but I'm going there. Yeah. I'm getting there slowly. Yes, yeah, but that is correct. It is, because mawubuka umculo engwenzayo is iconic. Mawubuka umculo engwenzayo uwama tribute, umculo wesintu, umculo o preserve African history, umculo preserve heritage, culture, which is abantu abasiphevela leyo ndlela ibona Mambusi Mhlongo, umntwana Princess Magogo, abantu engibahloniphayo that I listen to and get influenced ngokubalalela bese ngiyabona ukuthi maybe this is the path that I want to take.
Do you draw inspiration from them? I think I saw a picture of you and Thandiswa Mazwai on your Instagram, and you did an opening for her for one of her shows.
This year, Afrikazania.
Oh yeah.
Yes, ngamenzela opening, and it was very special. It was amazing. She was so excited herself. Why live even when I was singing? Yeah.
And how did it make you feel?
Oh, amazing. I still okay, did it really happen?
True.
You've
had a lot of iconic sort of moments, but you're going to get to that because I also saw one where you were performing with a 26-piece orchestra. We're going to talk about that. But before we get to that, tell me about your love of music. Where did it begin? I also read an article about you, Guti. I think the first time you ever got to perform in front of abantu abaningi was when your father passed away in 2014. And that's when you sort of had this awakening, Guti. Maybe this is what I'm supposed to do. Tell me about that experience, and is that when you'd say your love for this journey began?
I would say that, but ngizokhumbula ukuthi khule nje kwami I was a musician. My mom used to say, okay, ekhaya eMandeni, because ngikhulele eMandeni, ngizalelwe eMandeni futhi ekhaya bekusonto eZayoni, and I was the only person owayinezwi elincane, should say like mezzo soprano of voice, yabo, pitch futhi, yabo. So esontweni ekhaya kusonto legcekeni umkhulu kumfundisi. Ubaba wami ke bengakuthanda ukuya esontweni.
You were bound to sing.
Yes.
So when you come from a churchy background,
I'm telling you. So akuvele makucula ngizwe umkhulu wami ethi cula Nkosi, ngilokhu ngithi oh okay ngiyasho ngilokhu ngizwa, but to ubaba wami every time when I do that wevela khale athi mama, do you hear my child? Uyayizwa ingane yami ukuthi nesiphiwo esingakanani. And at that time ngangakazi lutho, I was not conscious enough to know ukuthi ngempela I have a gift until ashone. And that's when I realized I need to sing for my father. It was I felt like koninte ayishoda, and I felt like I want to do something for him. Like today,
the one person who has always sort of recognized.
Yes, kakhulu. And then I sang one beautiful song, ayihlale licula, especially ngesikhathi segula, because ubaba wami waphathwa izinto isikhathi eside phambi kwethu, yabo wagula, and then wayihlabelela wengakwazi ukucula. Kodwa umuzwa mangabe ecula ingoma umuzwa ukuthi Nkosi yami iyamthinta. There was a song, I'm trying to remember it, gospel song ayithanda ukucula, lapho izivunguvungu zifisa impilo yami zongikhumbule wayicula leyo ngoma ngizwe ukuthi okay, and uthola ukuthi sizoyicula sonke egcekeni, athi maka acule, acule nayo acule ngebhesi, umuntu ethi zongikhumbule, ethanda leyo part. So I sang that song and everyone cried, and I was so emotional, and ngabona ukuthi maybe this is the journey, or this is the path that I want to take. And then from there I went to school, was singing left, right and center. I was being called, singing choral music, at the same time doing cultural activities at school, primary, ngicula go gospel, spiritual gospels, khona namahubo futhi khona la, yabo esikhula ngawa bawe manayo, all those things. So ngakhula kanjalo nje, kanti futhi nala ngisonta khona isepostal 12. Uyayazi ke nawe postal.
Ngicela ngikhatha phansi ngamadolo epostal.
Uyabona masithi There's computer sisodwa ukuthi okay namhlanje social so iyona yipi eyababa priest
ngihamba phambili
hayi nalapho bengihamba phambili kuthiwa siyazi masiphethe wena Nkosi wena ke lozo simele kube mina ngempela futhi engibamelayo so indlela yami nje began like that.
I get you. Ucula ngezilimi eziningi ezihlukene uthi awusiyo mhlawumbe ingelosi of mhlawumbe ithina esingazi spiritual realm of some sort. What's going on?
What can I say? I think ukuthanda kwami ukwazi nentshisokelo yami ngokwazi umlando wethu nokwazi umlando wase Africa iyonke ukwazi ama instrument because I also research and search more of other indigenous instruments ayisetshenziswa kakhulu kudala not for only us for other countries as well and other parts ase Africa I know handpan sengiyitholile I'm still learning to play it and I'm still
and while on that note how much does it cost you to actually get those indigenous instruments?
It costs a lot.
I can imagine.
Man, it costs a lot.
Yeah.
And
you have to invest in that.
Yes, I have to do performances.
And it adds to that uniqueness of your music.
Kakhulu. Also, indigenous instruments abaluleke ngokuthi they bring it sounds authentic. They bring a sound esikhumbuza ngokuthi who we are and where do we really belong. That's why I love them. So trying to go back to your question. So when ngiqoqa wonke lama instrument ayangikhumbuza and ngiyawathanda angenze ngaba interested nokwazi ke manje amanye ama languages. For instance, there is Caroline Gavenda or wase India ucula like Hindi music or Tamil of some sort. Uthola ukuthi mangabe nginaye now I get to understand the music wabo bese ngiyathola ukuthi there's something very special endleleni ababhala ngayo lento thina esiyibalekelayo manje as Africans ukuthi we need to write izinto ezine message to our people for our generation
that they can relate
to. We need to write, we need to conscientize people of who we are, our identity. We need to conscientize people about izinto ezigameko ezibalekile ezenzakalayo around us. That is why sinamahubo that is why sinamahubo esizwe ayephuma kanjalo ukuthi kwakufike kwenzeka isigameko esithize endaweni bese there's a song elaphuma ngesikhathi sika Dingani eliyihubo uDingani ngesikhathi ebulala abantu ngaleso sikhathi akuyona into enhle engaze ngiqhakambise kakhulu but ngifuna ukwenzela example but at that moment uma kwenzeka wawusuzwa abantu uma becula ukuthi manje kunento eyenzakalayo engasabaphathi kahle bese uyabeza ni kwaZulu senzeni zinyanele endlovu kwaba kuyasesabulawa sajoshwa sonene because it's what was happening around them and bayakwazi
ucula like a form of healing for them in a way.
It is also pleading yabo kodwa futhi healing for them yabo so nathi sidinga ukuthi uma besibhala sibhale on that level yabo so ngithe mabe ngilalela umculo wamandiya ngalalela ngabona ukuthi ngiyawutranslate ube isingisi bese ngiyawu-understand and then mina ngicule ngesiZulu because ngenzela ukuthi omunye umuntu akwazi uku-understand Caroline used to say legijagale kepere Hasira te hona ho shayad purese janme mlaga te hona ho ngithi mina ngiwahole ngoba kekho owazi ubusuku boyafika siphila mhlawumbe kulo mhlaba singase kumbe singabe sesaphinda sihlangane ukuthi
and I can even see the transition from Indian accent to our African
melody
accent.
the melody and also into eyenzakalayo I'm drawing similarities between our music and Hindi music bese uthola ukuthi there are people from Africa especially ngilalela i-West African musicians abo Omusangare abo Salif Keita yabo Omusangare there's a song athi hey malina lewa liyambulu malina lewa sadonane That's our rhythm. That gang gang gang. Kodwa ingifundisani leyo nto. U-Omusangare didn't try to change herself. U-Omusangare sang in her language. U-Omusangare expresses everything, even music video. It's who she is. And then ingenza mina mangibuya ngithi, then why am I changing myself?
Why do you have to?
Why do I have to? Why ngingazi embrace ngendlela engiyiyona and sing in my language? I love Ubaba Oliver Mtukudzi. Uma ngabe ethi Neria, Neria, oh, usawora moyo ka Neria, Mwaria niwe, kufirwa nemoro memvans, jinota moyo we kujinga. That is Shona. Usawora moyo ka Neria, Mwaria niwe, la lela. I'm not performing.
No, I know. You're just in your element. You are flowing in your element. As you heard it, guys, she is flowing. I know that giving back is very important for you. So tell us about the work that you do in helping other aspiring artists. What do you do? How do you inspire them, or how do you make them see it's possible?
Yeah, into emnandi ukuthi ngisebenze e-KK Art Center.
Oh, so you are always in that space.
I'm always with young stars. I'm always with young people that I feel like I need to empower them and inspire them. I'm always there to teach them and tell them about preserving things. That's how important it is to preserve our own things. Bese ngiyabafundisa ukuthi umakhweyana idlalwa kanjani, ngibafundise umculo wesintu ngokubaleka kwawo. Then I can even compose. I know I compose amanye amahubo ngenhloso yokuthi befunde ukuthi icompose kanjani and baleka ngani ukuthi uma ubhala. Yes,
the message
iqhamuka kanjani. Yes. So that's what I do and I love it. And recently ngihambele izikole nakhona ngifike ngiculise ncincibo into elula ukuthi lo music abawazi ubona bewazi wamalalabies ngawubiza kanjalo, or also music osukuculwa nje manisakhula yabo makuthiwa nabaya omame betheli imithalo. I start from there when I come to them ukuze bezosheshe bengimukele ngiyabaculisa ngithi sabona ngokheka hawo bengena ncincibo bese ngithi shintsha ke manje because isikhathi sishintshile but asifuna ukukulahla okwethu. Now we go ncincibo ncincibo yes, and it's beautiful like that.
Ngifuna ukubuza futhi ukuthi umculo wakho uhlukile kakhulu esikhathini esiphila kusona. Siyazi ukuthi iziphi izinto eziqhamile kakhulu. Abantu abawuqwa yini umculo wakho, especially when you go to schools, approach abantu abahlukile? Ayikho le nto yokuxa ukuthi lo sisi kwenzakalani or wenzani?
There's something I love about isikhathi samanje.
Yeah.
There is into awakening.
True.
African consciousness awakening thing around our people.
Yeah.
So I think iyona into esenza ukuthi njengamanje ngimukeleke kakhulu.
Because we're in that era.
Yes, vele sikuleso sikhathi sokuthi as much as sishintshile but kahle kahle siyadinga ukubheka emuva because into engike ngizwe kuthiwa knowing your past determines your future.
Exactly.
So I think
you cannot connect the dots looking forward. You need to look back.
You need to look back.
Connect from the back.
Definitely.
Going forward.
So isikhathi sekusona vele ngithi uma ngiqhamuka ngisachaza bekuthiwa siyakwemukela because they know abo othisha ama principals ayazi ukuthi ngizosiza abantwana aba. There is.
Because everyone else is doing the same thing.
Kakhulu.
Yeah, so when you step in, it's something different.
Giving something authentic, something unique engakenziwa, especially umuntu okwi-age yami iyona into eyenza ukuthi ngisho abantu abasebancane bebe more inspired and empowered because babona ngazi ukuthi awu kanti khona umuntu ongangazi ukwazi ukudlala umakhweyane into esiyazidlala ogogo lena yabo. Yeah, I think kuyasiza kakhulu. Kuyangisiza futhi nami ngoba kuyangikhulisa.
Okay, going back to indigenous instruments, as you were unpacking that for us, ukuthi uyawathanda, I always try to get more and learn more about them. We know ukuthi uMabhengu recently passed away as umdlali kaMakhweyane. How did that make you feel?
Ngizothina uMabhengu befana nogogo wami. We were very close. The first time ngizwa umuntu odlala uGubu or uMakhweyane was Princess Magogo. Yeah. I learned ukudlala nami through listening ama-audios ukuthi wayedlala nje yabo the basics yabo bese kuba ukuthi I think into eyayimsebenzela kakhulu iphimbo nangendlela ama-nuances of amahubo were always there when she's singing. And uma ucabanga ukuthi umntwana Magogo ngalesa sikhathi wayekwazi ukucula engathi ucula i-jazz ecula those chromatic notes owezwa emculweni wakhe nasephimbeni lakhe. So it was very interesting for me and it was very easy for me ukuthi ngifunde ngaleso sikhathi ukuthi okay but ngangizwa ukuthi no nje udlala nje into bese lokho ecula khona lapho maye babo yeheni muhlu siphikelele until I met uMabhengu. Mangihlala noMabhengu ngangise Bluff emzini ka Dr. Gcina Mhlophe. We were there for a performances of some sort khona into akayenze ePeace Garden. And then that day nangu uMabhengu. Asihlanganise uMamgcina and then sibonane kube mnandi. I was there to perform using penny whistle. This is umtshingo. Yes, ngawufunda. Yes, ngawufunda K-cap. Kubaba uMashamba wafika nje just for a week kwakuyi program yosuku ye week
yawalela nawo
ngingawudlula nje ngithi nje kancane but I was playing this instrument uMabhengu naye wajabulisa ukuthi abona umntwana omncane odlala ama instrument abo abawathandayo and then wafika ugogo manje mangimuza ngithi mina ngazi lokhuzana leshandisi yami le ngiyibambe ngiyifundise yona ngathola ukuthi yena using the same instrument but she is able to play 4 notes with the instrument. She was really a queen of umakhweyana. Mina I only know ama instrument awu 2 mawubuka umakhweyana lesihlahla lesi it's a fen tree which is ubobe in Zulu. This is a calabash, eyiswela. This is a wire, a curtain wire, specifically. Yes, the curtain wire, yes. Then this is inkatha. Mangimfica ngifica ukuthi ukwazi ukudlala la aphinde athi then 4, right? So this is 1, 2, 3, 4. I was so inspired. I was crazy inspired ngesikhathi edlala ngase ngathola ukuthi indlela ayisebenzisa ngayo athi
ucontrola la
yabo athi bayasala bengibuza sengidlulile bayasala bebuzana athi hayibo uma ngabecula uba nentshisekelo uvela azizwe emncane aphile futhi ngoba begula kodwa bese uma ngabedlala ezwe kahle ukuthi uyaphila uyajabula kakhulu so ngalahlekelwa kakhulu. She was the only person ebengikwazi ukusuka la ngihambe ngekuyena eshowe ngilale khona angifundise mina ngixoxela ngomuntu omdala okodwa embedeni olala nomakhweyana and bengithi uma ngifikile angafuni ukuthi ngilale kwezinye izinto uzolala nami uzofunda umakhweyane wena la and masilele sihlukanise umakhweyane kanje ebusuku ngo3 uzongivusa athi ubuza ukuzolala yini ngithi Nkosi yami ngifuna ukulala athi no we are here to play thatha umakhweyane awu
and tell me about those moments because I think what I've been sensing and getting Uti this is more of a spiritual thing than just music and just so tell me about those 3 a.m. moments with Umabhengu playing umakhweyana. What happened in those moments?
Do you know ukudlala emakhaya wani kune ambience yakhona there are sounds velenzeka la eminyango kunezilwane zangekhathi zako 3 a.m. kunezinyoni zangekhathi zako 3 a.m.
and then yes
and then there is you playing mhlambe something deep olokhu ilalele bese uyeza ukuthi kunanela ezinye izinto emaceleni nangaphandle. It was so special. It was very special. It's the moments that I will never forget. Yabo.
And tell me about the spiritual element of playing that with Umabhengu at 3 a.m. That experience.
The connection.
Yes.
It's the connection more than anything. It's the love more than anything. It's the passion more than anything.
Any stories that will arise from that.
Ngizothini uMabhengu uyilo muntu othi indlela esicula ngayo derives from how we speak.
True.
Indlela esicula ngayo comes from the activities and things that are happening around us. Uzokuculela at 3 a.m. akuculele ngento kade yenzeka manje. Uma uzosethena awufuni nokuvuka kodwa uthawu ufunda makhayana. That's who she is. And uyacabanga ukuthi lawo moment futhi amnandi kanjani and akufundisa into eyodwa as a person ukuthi kahle kahle we can write about all beautiful stories that are happening around us using what we have.
True.
And be inspired with what we have. Yabo. Mina enye into engiyifunde kuMabhengu ukuthi it's skill transfer. Njoba ngisho ukuthi I've also worked with or collaborated with international schools. Yes. International schools, I was singing.
You
and
work
I was
more organizations than
yes,
artists.
kakhulu than artists, yes. And it helps ngoba lapho ngibona i-talented hlukahlukene all the time and I meet different people. Kakhulu. At that moment I remember at KCAP kwakufika i-Germany and we had to learn i-anthem. Germany. Oh, the barbell, oh, hey, but it was easy with me because I learned all those anthems of everyone that was gonna be there. Ngase ngifundisa ama students and it was so special. Bonke abantu babejabula ukuthi bafike kulelizwe bafika into yabo and baze bakhala ngokuthi siyay perfecta even ukudlula bona. And mina I always get that ngoba nama Indians they always say, how are you able to sing Hindi? Because nathi yahlula ukusicula isindi. How are you singing? Even Tamil is more complicated than is Hindi. Ngoba ngazi sinamagama anoji kakhulu. So but I'm learning that in an easy way ngoba mina ngingena ngomculo. So music yabo uhamba ngani?
Exactly. Before we move on from uMabhengu, I think I want to touch on the human connection. I think we can meet people through talent, through skills, through umsebenzi, but there's a deeper level of connecting with someone whereby we take it out of what put us in one point and then now we connect as humans, you know. Tell me more about that. Wena no Mabhengu besides uMakhoyana, sibeka uMakhoyana eceleni. Mother was it a grandmother and grandmother to daughter or mother to daughter relationship? Tell me more about that bond.
She has a motherly love herself. She has worked with many other artists. I can say. And she has worked and interact with amanyama students sema universities njenge UKZN. But with me it was different. Mhlawumbe indlela engangimrespecta ngayo nangendlela engangimpraise ngayo ukuthi ngimbone yigugu kumina because of what she was bringing to me. Kanti naye looking at me as young as I am and ngizothini appreciating izinto engizifunda kuyena. Well mina into eba more outstanding is the voice. Ukuthi I have a voice yakudala. I have a voice le yogogo. That is why everyone mangabe ngicula abantu abadala. I remember Babu Themba Mkeza when I was recording my album wavela athi mntanami wake waphila yini. I always get that because they always feel like I'm someone else who has lived before. Meaning it's easy to connect with abantu abadala because angazi isikubo sami angazi. I think it's spiritual. It's kind of difficult.
When
but
are you
at the
dropping
same time,
an album? I think I saw a comment in one of your social media posts.
It's always there. I even have it now.
One
like
was
today.
complaining, Uguti, they downloaded your album from iTunes, but they can no longer access it. So when are you dropping a new one? Is there anything on the pipeline?
Some young star coming.
It's part of my job.
Some young star. Yes,
I have to come prepared.
Like you cannot tell me that you know that people are complaining about that. Oh my goodness.
I have to come prepared.
Guys, this is young stalker.
I can't come here and sit next to you clueless. Absolutely clueless. It can't
Well,
be.
you are good at it.
Yeah.
Very good.
Thank you.
I'm giving you your flowers.
Thank you.
Yabona,
Thank you.
with the album, Yes, guys. I mean, they must. Yes.
Don't rush. I know other artists do this thing of dropping singles because they don't want to take on the weight of dropping an album.
I'm already recording.
So they do it in singles. In singles. So are you taking that approach or?
No.
Single.
No, EP.
I'll
do.
Okay.
But I think from October, mid-October, I'm going to studio.
Oh, okay.
Working. I'm excited. Is I want to bring something different. Vele indlela engibhala ngayo is already different. Angifuni ke bese igcwala kakhulu ama instruments amanje. I wanted people abanomqondo or abanendlela ethize yokuzwa ukuthi what is needed in this particular song. Like I want okora in the instruments. I want ambiras. I want omakoyana. I want congas. I want djembes. I want lento othi uma ngabe uyilalela ikuvusele ngosinga.
Yeah. I think your music reminds me of the soil in a way. Were you a fan of the soil back in the days? Did you follow
yes, back in the days.
I think when I began looking at
because they were more like a cappella.
They were a cappella, but then had that spiritual element to it and that uniqueness. And I think
that's what I want to do. So I did not want to rush. Now sengimtholela producer, right? They don't want to work with. Sengimtholela futhi umuntu this guy engimtholile has worked with Miriam Makeba. And this guy is in connection with Salif Keita's team in West Africa, in Mali. So we are going to
he understands music across all borders.
Yes, and uzoba nezinye izinto that he's gonna bring in esingayijwayele that I want mina kuma tracks yabo. So I'm ready.
Okay.
Lindani.
So your feature in Nandi the musical was a stellar performance. Just tell us briefly about your experience there and why we're going to be seeing you in international platforms after that performance or that feature.
Yeah, Nandi the musical talks about a story, Siga Princess Nandi, who became a queen.
True.
Yeah. So also it's a story of King Shaka.
True, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you can separate the two.
Also isifundisa ngokuthi umama or a single parent can raise a king.
Yeah.
Shuthi ma uyithatha uyiletha manje ithi umuntu wesifazane or a single parent can raise a doctor.
Yeah.
Ngamandla nawo nangama skills nangemfundiso and all the techniques that you can teach ingane yakho ekhuleni kwayo. Also it takes the whole village to raise a child. Abanye abantu basayiphila leyo nto ethi it takes the whole village to raise a child. Yes. Nandi the musical, I bring the element of music more than anything.
And music is a rich part of who we are as Black people,
as African people. It is. Thina uma ngabe sithi sidula amahubo with our nuances.
It's a huge part of who we are.
Uhuba comes from in nature esuke iseduze kwethu. Mawuzwa umfula kade kunile imvula uhaza uhuba sithi umfula uyahuba. When we are cooking inkobe mangabe sezisha sithi zihubela sakusha ziyahuba.
Even the trees
and that everything ethi ingakho sithi mangabe sicula siyahuba. So kwinandi siyawaletha wonke lawo ama elements. I know ukuthi kunengoma engithi uma ngabe ngiyicula lapha kwinandi kusukume wonke umuntu ame ngenyawo. There's a song ethi Call Me Mama. It's a very special song ngoba vele iletha ubumama ukuthi ena as a mother I'm proud of being a mother and I'm here for you bantabami. So call me mama, call me mama, my great blessings. But call me mama, call me mama, my great blessing. Call me mama, hey ngane zami, hey bantabami, hey sapho lwami, ngane zami sapho lwami. Oh, Call Me Mom. It's a beautiful song.
Yeah. No,
so we sing, and I've traveled through Inand. I went to New Orleans for the first time in 2019. Futhi kusanamanye amathuba nje azokwenzeka ngiwabonayo that I might not expose them now, kodwa I know ukuthi khona okungase kuvele towards the end of the year, international stages.
And tell us about that exposure of traveling different countries, different ethnicity and all that. How does it expand your own vision as a musician and your take in life as a whole?
Kukho konke, traveling everywhere. What I know is our culture is unique and special because everyone wants to learn and wants to know
about us.
Who are we?
Yeah.
Where do we come from?
Yeah.
What is it that is so special about, you know, bafuna ukwazi ukuthi ama South Africans yini le ngaka ngabo. So ucabanga uma usufikile laphana and you have changed yourself. That is why I went there with Umakweyan. And everywhere, what is this? And how you play this? And then it was easy like that. And it was special kanjalo ukuthi babevele beba interested ngokungibona vele ke uMakhweyana abantu baba inspired besangibona nje la because abawazi abaningi bona abantu bethu it draws the attention uma uhambe airport ungabona they ask you ukuthi ayifuna ukusidubula yini
it actually looks like
it looks like a ball, right? It's like the ngizovele nje ngibe kanje kanti you know it's an instrumental music thing.
Yeah. Before we go to your closing remarks, we're about to wrap up now. I want us to tap into the healing power of music. And it's not only indigenous music. I believe that across all genres, there are artists who are able to produce music that has that healing power. Tell us about the healing power attached to your genre or your experience. Have you ever experienced that healing power at your own personal capacity or other people too?
I like that. Into emnandi ngokucula. Ukucula heals you first before healing others. A person next to you. Fanele mangabe ucula ube clean wena kuqala. Cleanse yourself as a musician. You cannot go on stage ungcolile because abantu abasuke belapha basuke beyomukela ubuwena basuke beyomukela.
You have to understand your craft.
You have
first.
to understand. You definitely have to make sure ukuthi uletha ubungcwele be sacred enough for people to open their hands and be able to receive sacred
and not even be able to open their hands but for them to be able to connect to that sacredness within you.
It goes together when you putting all those dots together kuba letha ingakho kuba lula mangabe ucula and go to vele mangabe ucula khona a sort of realm of figure like
your own
it's
zone.
Easy for them to catch you and go with you mangabe wazi ukuthi vele you are there ngoba kufanele ube lapho
you live there
always
you take them there but you live there
yeah I like that. So you live there and then you let them come to you, to your own space.
They are visitors. They get to come and go.
Definitely.
It's your zone.
So umculo heals kakhulu. And I like other artists njengo Thandiswa Mazwai, Zawadi YaMungu. They sing beautiful music. Umculo sithatha usibeke.
Exactly. You know, speaking about Thandiswa Mazwai, it's very funny because even when she's singing umculo that is not really spiritual or what, take ingoma for instance, uyingoma. It's a love song for God's sake.
Yes.
But you're like, what's going on?
No, but that was always happen. I'm telling you, I was surprised. I've just performed with KZN Philharmonic Orchestra, and I was not even performing ingoma nami engazi ukuthi ayilezi kwamina khona la izingifaka khona. It was just simple songs, my African dream. But abantu abamhlophe, even everyone who was there, when they were meeting me outside, they were like, we were feeling goosebumps. We were taken to another world. How are you doing it? And nam ngathuka lapho ukuthi okay, and the music kuyini. Because ngazi ukuthi oh no masicula mahubo or when I'm singing this kind of or mangithatha uyazi ukuthi musician inawo ama spots ayo ukuthi okay these are my
true.
So but music as a whole kuya ngokuthi ucula ubani and ucula ngayiphi feeling and emotions that makes people to receive what you are delivering at that moment.
Before we wrap up, please give us your closing remarks. It's been such a beautiful conversation. I was enjoying myself. I don't know about you guys, but we were having fun down here.
Yes, we were also enjoying so much.
Give us your closing remarks, anything you want to say, anything.
Balekile ukuthi sisondele kubantu abadala siyofunda okugcina. Just for the last time. Carry a paper and a pen.
Very important.
Uthathe ubhale. Ubekela ukuthi la ekhaya akungasilahlekeli ukuthina la ekhaya mangabe kunomsebenzi can I be the one othenjwayo ukuthi kwazi ukuthi okay ukhona usisomdala at least uyena ozosazisa ukuthi impepho la ekhaya yayishiswa kanje la ekhaya kwakuthi mangabe kunomcimbi othize isigeke sala ekhaya sasithi kodwa ihubo la ekhaya mangabe kushokhonashonile la lihutshwa lithiwe mangabe sijabule sasijabula kanje la ekhaya. That's all. That's all. And then sizoyazi indlela la ebhenga khona.
Asibuyele emasisweni.
Asibuye emaseleni. Thank you so much for saying that. Because right now I'm going to play that song and I'm saying Asibuye emaseleni, not emasisweni. It's not masisweni because no, it's not masisweni.
But where did they take emasisweni from?
No. It's because sikhuliswe kanjalo ukuthi kuthiwa asibuye emasisweni. But ask yourself, have we reconciled? Njoba sisithi emasisweni. Asikaze siselane. There's isiko, there's a culture of ukusisa. Ukusisa in short ukubolekana. Umuntu aboleke umakhwelane, umakhweyane. Awukahle makhweyane. Aboleke umakhelwane inkomo. Noma izinkomo. Ngenxa ukuthi siyakhulisana nokuthi funa nabo bekwazi ukuthi inkomo zizale zibambisane. Bese matha ku right. Yes, matha izalile lo nkomo baba neyabe imfuyo. Then bring it back to me. Now usiselane nobani wena ngomhlaba wakho?
Nangale komhlaba ke we can even take it to the simplest forms of the simple part of life. How are you giving back? How are you helping your neighbor? How are you uplifting others?
Yes. Nakulishona zibuyele ngakithi. 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 Azibuye maseleni. Azibuye maseleni. Azibuye maseleni. Azibuye maseleni. Azibuye maseleni. Oh, azibuye maseleni. Azibuye maseleni. Kaomo zoba bazibuye maseleni. Nakulishona zibuyele ngakithi. Nakulishona tulashanje. Nakulishona zibuyele ngakithi.
Umelani. As you heard, Zawadi YaMungu. Mina, I'm already in heaven. Already in heaven. I don't know about you, but I'm already in heaven. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You're amazing. You are amazing. This was winding down, guys. You know how we do it. Make sure you catch us on YouTube. You catch us on TikTok. Engage with us in the comment section. Drop your questions if you have any questions. Ask us when are we dropping another episode if you want to know. Dive in. Right now, we're going to be diving into our food that they prepared for us. You know how we do it. basenzele umleqo, ujeqe, namasaladi here and there. So we're gonna enjoy ourselves. Grab something for yourself too, lapho ekhaya, and just dive into. Thank you for staying tuned with us. This was Winding Down in my city, Artisan Lounge, KwaMashu eSinqaweni. We're gonna be back again with an amazing episode. Thank you. Thank you, Zawadi.
Thank you so much for having me today.
Thank you.
It was very special.
Thank you.